What's up, YouTube? Check out Shuggy. Shuggy! She chilling. Hey, I wanted to do a quick video because two reasons. One, my homie Doc Dark 1985 did a video on Game Pass explaining Game Pass, and also I saw on IGN, I think they tweeted out that basically there's I would say a rumor, if you will, that this Phil Spencer is hinting at putting out these Xbox sticks, these little wireless sticks, dongles that you plug into your TV to get you some Game Pass. Kind of like it would work, kind of like how the Google Stadia works, where you plug the little dongle on the back of the TV and you get you some streaming games and stuff. That Xbox is doing the same thing. And he was Doc Dark was talking about how he was trying to explain what Game Pass was. He was trying to explain it. And he did a great job explaining what Game Pass was. As a matter of fact, there was some things about Game Pass that I actually didn't know about that he actually explained. So I think he did a great job explaining it. But I think that well, I ain't gonna say I think. I don't know. I want to say that he maybe he thinks that people. Well, actually, no. Excuse me. He did say that somebody said that PlayStation Now was better than Game Pass. I think that's what he said or something like that. But see, here's the thing about Game Pass, man. Here's the thing about all of those services. Those services are really just afterthoughts to people who are really enthused about gaming, right? I feel like that services like Game Pass, PlayStation Now, and all of that stuff, I think that serves more for the gamer that doesn't really prioritize gaming. Somebody who likes it but don't love it. You know? I think that is what it is. Because I do know a lot of gamers out there who love the tech part of gaming but don't really care about gaming itself. If that makes sense. I hope that do, but that's what I think. I know some people personally who just want the latest and greatest hardware just because it's coming out there. You know what I'm saying? And it has almost nothing to do with games. You know what I mean? So, and to each his own. There's a different kind of gamer out there. You know? There's tons of different kind of gamers. I'd be a fool to judge somebody by, what kind of gamer they are. Like, are you a real gamer because this and that? Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It's just because the spectrum is so wide when it comes to stuff like that. You can't pinpoint, what's what. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? But anyways, he was trying to explain the Game Pass thing. And I'm just thinking Game Pass is what Microsoft is pushing, but it's actually an afterthought to gamers who really enjoy gaming. That enjoy the games. You know what I'm saying? That truly enjoy the games. Seriously. So, I feel like if you prioritize gaming and you like games, you won't really look at Game Pass because more than likely you'd have been there and done that. You know what I mean? You're not looking at, anything else besides trying to play new games. You know what I mean? And if games is really the focal point, right? It almost don't matter what you play it on. For example, The Last of Us, right? Then they had The Last of Us Remastered. Doc Dark brought this up in his video. And like I said, he did a great job on the video explaining it because, like I said, I didn't know what it was. But he was talking about his experience, so to speak, was better than somebody who played it on a PS3 because he got to play it with higher fidelity graphics, or actually up-res graphics, right? It was up-res, and you got to play with the PlayStation DualShock 4, which is a better controller than the DualShock 3, which I wholeheartedly agree with, right? But I don't think that his experience with The Last of Us was better than mine. I personally, and I played it on a PS3. I didn't play it on a PS4. I played it on the PS3. As a matter of fact, when it came out again, I didn't want to play it again on the PS4 because I've already played it on the PS3. So I don't want to play it all over again just because the graphics was at 1080p and it ran at 60 frames. It was the same game to me. So I'm not going to double back and go back and play a game that I already played just because the resolution is higher and the frame rate. I don't care. It's the same game. It is the same game. It's the same game. And I think that a lot of gamers who are, focused on the games ain't really focused on how the games are running. They're not focused on if a game is running, if they played it already. If they played the game already. They don't want to double back and play the game again just because the game is running at. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't. And I'm not saying all gamers is like me, but I don't believe that people want to double back and play a game they already played just because it's running at 120 frames a second. It's the same game. You're pushing the same buttons. You're pushing the same everything. It's the same game. I'm just saying. But don't get me wrong, it's cool to see the differences, and I might want to dabble a bit to see like what's the fuss about. But I don't know if I want to go through a whole game. I don't know if I want to do that. As a matter of fact, if I want to play that game again, I would probably play it again on the original system. Me, personally, especially since I got the hardware to do it, I'm not going to want to get the... I'm not. Matter of fact, what's the game? There are some games they did remasters on, right? Chances are, if, like, say for example, let's put it like this. If they did a remaster on a game, right? And they have the original, and it's for the PS3, but they came out with a PS5 version, but the only difference is that the PS3 version ran at 720p, and the PS5 version runs at native 4K, but it's really the same game, just up-resed with a higher frame rate. I would probably still play it on the original system. I would. God of War Remastered, I was never interested in that. I didn't care. Matter of fact, when the PlayStation 4 first released, they were calling it the remaster station because it was just a ton of remasters coming out. I don't want to play those games over again. I couldn't even believe that they were actually putting out those games again when they were already out. But my guess is it's maybe for those who haven't played it. There's a market for that, and that might be where that's Game Pass's appeal. Game Pass and PlayStation Now and all of the appeal is for those who haven't played those games that they can play them, right? And it's kind of like those services picking up the scraps of the people who haven't played it. But let me get back to the PlayStation the remasters. I never, not one time, wanted to go back and play any of those Uncharted that I've already played. I played Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 already. I don't care for the Uncharted collection. I don't care. I don't care to play it. I don't. Seriously. I'll probably never play it long as I got a running PS3. And I got those games already. I don't want to go back and play those games all over again. I don't. And I had a blast with those games. I don't think that my experience will be any different because I'm playing those games at a native 1080p, I think. It's not even 4K. It's native 1080p, 60 frames a second. It won't change my experience. Personally, it won't change mine. Because I played the game already. You know what I mean? There was some other games that they were remasters. Not remakes, because remakes are different. Remasters are the same game. Remakes I would consider different, and I would consider playing a remake to a game. Definitely. I would. For example, there's rumor that Metal Gear Solid, the first one, Metal Gear Solid, they're gonna do a remake to that. I would play the hell out of the remake, but if they did like a remaster and it was basically the same game but just up-res, I wouldn't want to play it. You know, well, you definitely don't want to up-res a game like Metal Gear Solid. You might want. That would look probably would look worse, to be honest, when I think about that. But you get my drift. I think you get what I'm trying to say. A lot of people ain't trying to play the old games, especially if they already played it. You know? I don't think that. I could be wrong, but I genuinely don't think that people really want to play the games they already played just because it's running at a higher res and frame rate. You know? So, I guess for the tech enthusiasts that think it's cool, absolutely. Absolutely. Get an Xbox Series X to run the games that you previously played in 30 frames a second. You get to play it at 60 or 120 frames. You know? I don't know how many of those people is out there. I'm just genuinely, saying. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I ain't really mean to make this video long, but I don't think that a selling point should be old games. I've said that over and over again, and I genuinely feel like that. A selling point for a brand new gaming system is not to play old games. There's no way around that. Let me know your thoughts though. Hit me up. Rome, I'm gone.